Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Now, we are all about affordability whenever possible. We've been talking about Middle Eastern fragrances quite a lot on this channel. You guys love Middle Eastern content, I think because of the affordability factor. Some of them are originals, but for the most part, they're dupes. And what I've noticed a lot on social media over the past little while is a little bit of dupe fatigue. So there's dupes upon dupes upon dupes of different fragrances. And like I've said many times, I think very few fragrances are actual dupes, but they're inspired by a certain fancy niche brand. And we all love those DNAs. But more and more, I'm finding that people are getting sick of dupes. And so what I'm really excited about is that Julianna's Perfumes has kind of branched into doing a lot more originals, which I personally am super excited about because they're still very affordable, but you're getting these gorgeous fragrances. So I thought I would rank 6 of their original that they've sent to me recently. I thought I would rank them, give you some thoughts on them. And as well, now is the time to buy. Starting yesterday, so Monday, November 24th, their Black Friday sale started. It runs till the 30th or while supplies last. So if the supplies end before then, such is life. So they tend to run out quickly. So now is the time to get. So it's up to 50% off, free shipping, and then also free samples. So definitely worth checking out. It's $39 US for any of their bottles. They're 40 mils. I think the price point is really fair, especially what you're getting. You're getting Extrait to Parfum. But I want to delve into some of these originals and share my thoughts with you, give you the lowdown on what I think. I love so many of their hybrids. I love their inspired versions. Julianna's Perfumes is one of my favorite dupe house companies, but I'm really excited, like I said, that they're moving into more original type stuff. It's so fun. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. So like I said, I'm going to rank these 6, starting with my least favorite and then moving to my favorite. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as well, like I was thinking about it, and $39, great price. They make really great gifts as well, thinking about heading into Christmas. Gifts, stocking stuffers, that kind of thing. So I'm going to rank them in order of least favorite to most favorite. And again, these are all original fragrances. None of these are inspired versions of anything. They're not hybrids. They are their originals. I'm going to start with 6th place, and it is Veil of Secrets. What I'm going to do is just read the notes for each one. So this one has caramel in the top. In the heart, it has coconut and chocolate, and the base is vanilla. So I was uber excited about trying this one because how can you go wrong with caramel, chocolate, coconut, vanilla, like all my favorites. But this wasn't a favorite. So out of all of them, I liked all of them except for this one. This one I just didn't get along with. And the reason why is because it has some note in it that is reminding me of Blanche Bette. It's a very lactonic feeling, and I just really struggle with this note. So when I put it on, I'm like, what am I smelling? Because I wasn't smelling, like it smells almost a little bit musky. And I'm like, what is that note? Now, this may have to settle a little bit. Sometimes that happens, especially when it's traveled a long time. And I got these about 5 days ago, tried all of them on my skin. It's possible this one needs to settle, but I found this one lactonic, slightly sharp, a little bit musky. It really does remind me of Blanche Bette, especially in the opening and then throughout the majority of the wear of the fragrance. As it sits on the skin about 5 hours in, I get mainly caramel, which is fine, but I just really struggle with that Blanche Bette DNA. So this is a no for me. If you like the Blanche Bette DNA, you may really love this one, but it just wasn't for me. It just didn't work for whatever reason. I was kind of disappointed because I really liked the looks of the notes, but this one was a pass. In the 5th place was Orelia. Now this one, even the artwork, like the artwork that they do is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it. Orelia has orange, pear water, and bergamot in the opening. In the heart, it has lotus, water lily, and pink mimosa. And then the base is amber, white cedar, and vanilla. This was a very beautiful fragrance. It felt very ethereal, almost fairy-like. There's that aquatic aspect to this, which makes it great for spring and summer in particular. The floral felt very delicate, but also quite aquatic with just a touch of citrus in it. And then the vanilla, it just feels more like a supporting note, that it's there kind of giving a little bit of depth or richness to the fragrance, but definitely not vanillic. I would say that in the base, you're getting more of that woodiness that comes out, especially in the dry down. But this one definitely stays quite delicate and pretty. It's very feminine. It's an easy reach fragrance. But for me, this would be more spring, summer rather than all year round. Very nice fragrance. I will definitely be wearing this one. I enjoyed wearing it. It smelled great, and all of these lasted a good 8 hours plus. But with a lot of times actually with Extrait de Parfum, it depends on the fragrance. But, you know, you always associate Extrait, more perfume concentration. It's going to be beast mode. These definitely last and linger on the skin. So you're going to get a good 8 hours out of it. But sometimes when you get an Extrait, not always, but sometimes they don't project as much. So it stays on the skin a long time. If someone comes in and leans in, they can smell. There might be a bit of sillage, but not necessarily a huge scent bubble, if that makes sense. But really enjoyed this one, but it's still a number 5. In spot number 4 is Candied Sunset. And this was the one that I was most excited to smell because it opens with raspberry and strawberry. And I'm all about the raspberry and strawberry. So I'm like, yes, this is going to be amazing. And I really did enjoy this one, but I liked a lot of the other ones better. So yeah, I was really, really shocked because I thought for sure this would be my favorite. This has raspberry and strawberry in the opening. In the heart, it has orange essence, and the base is caramel and plum. When you first put this on, it reminds me of, here in Canada, we have this company. It's based out of the Kelowna area in BC, and it's called Summerland Syrup. So you can get fruit wines and you can get fruit syrups. And this reminded me of like a strawberry raspberry pancake syrup. So really sweet, a little bit tart, very energizing, mood boosting, fun, vivacious, flirty, that kind of feel. But what I loved about this one is that it morphs as you wear it. And like, yeah, the smell, no creaminess. So, you know, we've had tons of strawberry fragrances that have the marshmallow, the whipped cream, all of that. This is more, a little bit more clear feeling. So you're getting like more of a true syrupy strawberry, raspberry, almost like a jam, but it feels to me more syrupy for whatever reason. So super sweet, but not too sweet. I think it's tempered by that orange. So although this is really fruity, there's no florals in it. Somehow it feels like as this is drying down, it gets a little bit almost earthy feel, which I think comes from the plum. So when you think about a plum that's a little overripe and you smell the plum, maybe the pit, some of the skin, you know how it can smell a little bit earthy feeling, a little bit more, it's really warm feeling. That's the vibe that this gives me when it starts to dry down. And it feels almost as if there was a little hint of woodiness in this in the base. So really enjoyed this. It was uber fun to wear. If you love the fruity, flirty, energizing, mood boosting, happy, fruity, floral type fragrances that are sweet, you're gonna love this one. I enjoyed it, but I feel like my tastes have really shifted over the past little while, where this would have been something that I would have really gravitated towards in the past. It was great, but not the best out of these 6. So Candied Sunset, definitely an excellent one. And even smelling it, like my mouth starts to water because it smells great. So this would be a fragrance that I would likely use for layering. This with something like vanilla crumble or like some sort of vanilla fragrance, Bianco latte, any of those kind of eclair by Lattafa, pairing this with something like that, I think would make it really, really delectable, especially for winter. This is definitely a fragrance that you could wear all year round. It's got enough presence, but I think of this for more spring and summer because it's kind of that celebratory, happy feel. But yeah, if that's your jam, this is a great one. This would be great to pair with like an orange blossom fragrance. You could pair this with just a straight up rose fragrance, give yourself a bit of a jammy rose. So it's definitely versatile. It had to be somewhere and it got put in number 4, okay? I feel guilty because I end up liking these and then it's like 4, it's got to be in spot 4. That doesn't seem right, but that's where it is. It's ranked, okay? The fragrance that got ranked 3rd was Quiet Canopy, and this one really surprised me, and I absolutely love this one. It's different than anything I've smelt. That's what I'm looking for in an original fragrance. I want something that's different, that's a little bit unique, and this definitely fits this. This definitely gives me a niche vibe. Or Orelia did as well. Like that was a really neat fragrance, but this really feels special somehow. So the notes in this are green tea and bamboo sap. In the top, in the heart, it has coconut and vanilla. And the coconut for me comes across a lot more like coconut water. And then the base is hinoki wood, cashmere, and moss. It's got a green, but a very smooth, almost silky feel. Like I think Zen when I smell this. There's a silky quality to this that reminds me of like the breeze blowing through a silk veil kind of feel. Somehow it's very luxurious but silky. The main vibe of this is definitely smooth, green, and woody. And the green is quite green to the point that it feels bordering on a little bit bitter, but the bitter is beautiful. Like somehow it tempers this. Like I just think that this is a stunning fragrance. If you like green fragrances or something that's a little bit more fresh or zen feeling, like this feels very spa-like, I'm just blown away by this one. So yeah, it feels like it has almost a little bit of a bitter opening with that green sap. So the sap almost smells a little bit balsamic, which feels a little bit bitter, but then as that kind of mellows out, you get some of that coconut vanilla mixed with the green, and it just smells spectacular. In the end, it feels like a green woody vibe with a hint of vanilla, like a splash of vanilla. It's smooth, it's relaxing, it feels very zen. Like that's the only word I have for it. I just love it. I think it's really unique, and like maybe it's unique because I haven't smelt a lot of smells, but I think I've smelt quite a few and I've not smelt anything like this. I am just really impressed. I can see me wearing this one, especially in the evenings, or if I feel stressed, something like this would be amazing. I love the greenness. I like the smoothness. I like the spa-like quality of it. And I just love it. Like I'm really, really impressed with this one. This next one ranked 2nd. It was a toss-up on choosing Quiet Canopy or Before Words. I kind of wished I'd switched these around, but such is life. So Before Words is definitely a vanilla, and I had to, like, it puts a smile on my face. So I definitely had to put it in 2nd place just because it's familiar and it makes me happy, and it smells similar, honestly, to the Bianco Latte DNA. So kind of that cupcake vanilla with some added muskiness. So I'm going to read you the notes. Before Words has amber in the opening, which to me is bizarre. Then it has airy vanilla mousse in the heart, and then the base is vanilla musk. So you're getting lots of that vanilla. It does smell cupcakey with a hint of muskiness. So to me, this is a great cupcake vanilla again for spring, summer. If you find that Bianco Latte type DNA gets a little too thick, this one is a little bit more airy feeling. So where the other ones can get thick and really caramelly, this stays feeling a little bit more fluffy and then a little bit fresher because of that musky quality. So I think that this is a great layering fragrance. It smells amazing on its own. Like I just really enjoyed it, and the longevity on this thing is freaking amazing. Like it'll last 10 plus hours, no problem. So really enjoyed this one. And the one that ranked number one, I just think that this is gorgeous, is Heaven's Reflection. So in the top, you have orange, bergamot, mandarin, and I think caramel. And then in the heart, you have marine note, jasmine, peach, and muguet. And then the base has amber, musk, patchouli, and vanilla. So this one is such a bizarre fragrance because in the opening, it feels very clean and fresh. So I get a lot of that bergamot. I get a lot of the orange, and I definitely get the peach as well. And then as this starts to settle and dry down on the skin, I get a little bit more of the vanilla and the amber coming through, and it kind of sweetens and deepens. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting fragrance because it kind of evolves and it gets deeper feeling as you go. And I just really enjoyed the process that this fragrance went through. And the other thing is that I wore this. I didn't even think anyone would be able to smell it on me because it had been on for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours. And I got a compliment wearing this one. So definitely this one was a compliment getter, which is always exciting. I feel like this fragrance, although it opens really fresh, as it starts to deepen, it gets a little bit mysterious feeling. And I found it to be really addictive, especially in that dry down. Really, I enjoy the dry down definitely better than the opening. At first, when I smelled this, I'm like, oh, it's too fresh for me. But yeah, for whatever reason, it starts to morph. You get more of that amber, the vanilla, a little tiny hint of the patchouli, maybe a little bit of an animalic quality as well in this one. And I just think it was gorgeous. Actually, that's another thing that I wanted to mention about Before Words, is that as this dries down, although you get that muskiness in it, there's almost like a honeyed quality to this that has a touch of animalic to it, which to me just made it really, really, really sexy. So this is way sexier to me than Vanilla Crumble. It's way sexier than Bianco Latte, anything like that, because of that. It must be the musk that feels a little bit animalic. I was really impressed where this one went in the dry down as well. So starts by smelling similar to Bianco Latte. It definitely is a little bit more airy than a Bianco Latte, but then in the dry down, it's got this sexy animalic quality that I think is super cool. And same thing with this one, as it kind of dries down on the skin, it just kind of morphs. It gets a little bit addictive, sexy, alluring. So really, really enjoy Heaven's Reflection. So that is it. I really enjoy these. I'm really excited to try more of them. I want you guys to tell me, please weigh in. Say which ones are your favorites. Have you tried these? If so, weigh in. Tell me your thoughts. Are there other originals that you guys are in love with? Now, like I said, I think people are getting duped out and they're ready for something new and fresh. And so I'm really, really excited about the direction that Julianna's Perfumes is going in regards to making some originals. I just think it's fun to explore. So you're getting like cool, new, innovative fragrances. Nobody else smells like that, but for an affordable price, which I absolutely love. Like I said, they've got a sale going on right now. Please go check it out. Everything will be linked down below. And when you use the link to go there, it just lets Julianna's know that I sent you. And yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you like. And other than that, have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.